Hello everyone and welcome to the next sports science video. Before I start, I just want to add a little point. So instead of doing a video this week and then also on next week, I will be releasing 2 videos tonight. So I'll be doing the live one now, and then soon after I finish the live video I will be uploading a second video. So just make sure you kind of hang around so that you can watch this second video. But anyway, getting started on today's video, I'm going to be talking about resilience in swimming. So first things first, one way of staying resilient within swimming is to never give up. So sometimes when things don't go to plan, so for example a training session might not go how you want it to go, a competition you might not get the time you wanted, you might not finish in the position you wanted, it can be easy to feel like quitting. And it can be easy to feel like all your hard work was for nothing, what's the point? However, it's important to show resilience and get straight back to it. The longer you sit around dwelling about it and worrying about how you're going to do next time, it's not going to help. So you just need to clear it from your mind, and as I say, don't give up and just get straight back into training and competitions, and just remember every performance is different. So as I said, this means continuing with all your training sessions. So for some people, so for example, if it's your training session that's not going to plan, I've witnessed it before that some people actually get out the pool and kind of take some time to cool down and leave the pool area. And I think it's really important that you make sure you come back to the pool once you've had that time to cool down and kind of refresh, your head and everything. And it's important not to just walk out the session completely, because you're just not going to get anywhere from doing that. Also, if you're in a competition and say for example you're doing multiple races that day, and your first race doesn't go to plan, so maybe you didn't finish where you wanted to, you didn't get that time, then it's important that you don't give up the other races. So again, I've known before some people have done their first race, it didn't go to plan, it's completely knocked their confidence, they're in a really down mood, and then they drop out of the races later on in the day. Not only is this kind of letting yourself down, but also it lets the team down. So again, it's important to remember the first performance, yes, it didn't go to plan, but you've just got to forget about that, show resilience, move on, and again, just keep up with all the races you've signed up to, and just give it your best shot the next time. Another point for showing resilience is to accept failure. So failure is a part of life, you have to learn to accept it. I still haven't to this day met anyone who has succeeded in every single part of their life and has never had anything go wrong. So as I said, failure, it happens to everyone in many different areas, you've just got to learn to accept it. So for example in swimming, it is unlikely that you're going to PB in every single race you do. You might have a period of time where you are constantly PBing, but to do this throughout your whole swimming career is unlikely. Also, it's unlikely, again, that at every single race, for every single event, you are going to medal throughout your whole swimming career. As I said, there might be some off days, or just someone was slightly better than you one day. And also, you're not always, again, going to have a brilliant training session. There are, so many different factors that can influence performance. So it can be things like your nutrition, your sleep, relationships, mood, just your effort levels, if you're injured, also if you put in enough training. There's so many different factors that can contribute to one performance, which is why it is so difficult to always perform at the absolute best and to always PB and get medals. So that's why it's just always important to remember to always try your best. However, if it doesn't go to plan, accept it, maybe reflect on why it might not have gone to plan. But just as I say, always put the best effort in so you've tried your hardest. And yeah, as I said, demonstrating resilience is simply coming to terms with failure, understanding why it happened and what you can change next time to make your performance better and to make sure it goes as best as possible. Another thing for showing resilience is to always try and maintain a positive attitude. So having a positive attitude can help you to remain resilient even during the toughest times, because if you let bad things get to you, then it's just going to bring your whole mood down, your body language will change, everything will be in a downer, and this will reflect in your swimming because you you lose energy when you're not feeling, yourself. You will naturally feel more tired and unwilling to do things. So that's why, as I said, try and keep really, really positive, because it just gives you that boost and helps you lift your spirits, and therefore that then reflects when you go to either train or compete. You'll be in a better mood, so you'll want to put more effort in. So when you feel that some things aren't going to plan, it's always a good idea to take a few minutes to just remember all the successful performances you've had throughout your swimming career, and this can really help you to remain positive. So for example, maybe you turn up to a race and you're not feeling your best, you're feeling a bit down and just a bit negative, then just take a few minutes to yourself, replay in your head a really good performance you've had where you had the best success ever, and this should help lift your spirits and get you in that positive attitude, so that then, as I said, your mood is lifted and you're ready to go again. And as I say, this is especially important before competitions, so try and do it in training as well, because obviously the more effort you put into training, the more you're going to get out of it. But obviously competitions is where you really want to be in that right mindset and kind of have the drive within your head, so that you put the best performance out there. And then a final thing for maintaining and showing resilience in swimming is to allow yourself time to reset yourself. So as I say, sometimes things can go wrong, unplanned things. Maybe you might get injured during training or during a competition. You might have made an error in your start, you might have made an error on a turn. There's so many different things that can go wrong within training and within a racing situation, and this can be really, really stressful, and as I say, it can play on your mind and it can cause you to lose focus, and then this leads to further mistakes. So it's really important to get all this stress and negative feelings out of your mind before you go on to do your next, training session or race. So a really good thing to do is to reset yourself when things start going wrong. So this can be something as simple as sitting by yourself and taking a few deep breaths, for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Even something as small as that can just help you to calm down and forget about all your worries and what's gone wrong. Also, some people find just simply like shaking themselves off, so like shaking their body, can help kind of almost like get rid of those feelings of negativity. And also something like doing your routine. So when you go up onto the starting blocks, a lot of people have a routine they follow. So if you do this, again, it can just help you get into that right mindset and kind of remove all those negative feelings, and then help you to regain focus again. And it's just a really good way, so resetting yourself is a really good way to let go of the previous performance that didn't go to plan, clear it from your mind, and just make you ready to go again. Because you just, as I said, you don't want to dwell on things that have gone wrong, because it will just stress you out. So those are just a few tips which hopefully you'll find helpful in how to stay resilient during swimming, because it's a difficult sport. As I say, you're training, well, for some of you every day, or pretty much every day. Competitions are a stressful environment, so it's important that you learn to have this kind of trait to be resilient, so that whatever comes at you in training or competitions, you're able to tackle it and keep your mind nice and calm and keep your motivation there, basically, to have a good session. So thank you all for watching, and if there are any comments or questions, then feel free to comment on the video. And as I said, when this is finished, I'm going to be uploading a second video, so please hang around to wait for that to upload, so you can give that a watch as well. Thank you, bye.